so, never mind, I'm the vice chair, so. Appreciate all you sticking around and get the business here. First order of business is approval of the meeting from February 17th. Minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve the minutes from February 17th.
I second the motion. Motion made and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Donald, turn it over to you now.
Okay, with that, we've got old business, Paint Creek and the William Hubler, those are two joint drains, or would be two joint drains. We deal with Cass County, the William Hubler, we have like 170 acres, and then Cass County has like over 700 acres in it, or something like that. They got a lot more of it. So, we're trying to talk to, he's gonna talk to his board. I haven't heard back from him yet to see if they'd be willing to take over jurisdiction over it, since most of it's in Cass County. So it wouldn't go on our books, cause he knows them, a lot of the landowners better up there and everything, so, we just got a very short, and most of ours is open ditch, where most of theirs is tile. So, he's supposed to talk to them, and I'll have an update for you next month on that. And then I talked to him a little bit about the Paint Creek. There's been several people wanting to have out on maintenance. Paint Creek, it runs from Camden, clear like 3 or 4 miles into Cass County. And he said that he's got a couple people he would sure would pass the petition around and get it put on maintenance. A lot of the landowners over there have cleaned it out themselves, but their water not going anywhere until we get ours done. So he said that he thought he'd have a couple guys that would be able to pass a petition around and get our 50%. So, then with that, number 72 Buck Creek, I haven't got a chance to get a hold of the guy doing the work there yet, and it's still been kind of rainy and wet, so he hadn't had a whole lot of chance to get anything done. But I did have a landowner call in and wanted to check some outlet pipes, make sure we did get them reattached, or they said that they're having some white spots in their fields. So I'm not sure if it's from the spoil we spread out along the edge that's holding it back, or if it's a tile that's broke off right at the edge that we need to search. So I'm doing, I want to try to get a meeting within the next couple weeks and get him going on that, and hopefully finish that up for us. We did send a check in and pay off that loan, or the money we borrowed from Tiffany County, so they got that and everything, so.
You've got the money now.
Well, yeah, we still have 12 to 13,000 more still after paying Tiffany County back, so. The WSC, Meisner, is number 39, is the tile ditch up there, north of Yeoman, that you're wanting to convert into open ditch. I did meet with a couple of landowners, and, like I told you last month, we were gonna get some better, ideas on, estimated cost and what they're projected, how much dirt, keeping the slopes a little bit steeper instead of 5-to-1. That's gonna take a lot of land out of production and take a lot more material to move, so, I got a call into, but BFS, the Fairman Seifert, they're the ones that done it for survey and stuff, so they got all the information. They're supposed to be getting me a contract to see how much it would cost to redo the calculations for us, if they're gonna charge us or whatever, so I haven't, I sent some more information last week to them, so I'm just waiting to hear back and get that back, so I'll have that for next month's meeting as well.
I see a Meisner Million, is that the same drain, or
No, it's the one in the blue just north of that.
it's what?
Take like Baker Street North, there's a blue. right
This
there.
one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay.
It dumps into the WC license.
That's a big drain.
Yeah, it's 24-inch tile there at one spot, that breaks down to 12 inches by the time it gets up to the 1100 north, so. But, we'll have an update on next month on that. The next one's the JW Ayers, Bachelor Run. Ted has been talking with Miriam, I think, trying to, figure out, make sure that they have actually working easements in that whole ditch to where they can do work on it and stuff. And I'm not sure, last I knew they were talking back for, so I'll let them take over and, on the JW Ayers.
I think, we're trying to determine
whether or not the board even has, jurisdiction or not. Marion thinks that there are records that indicate that the district plan was approved before, the 65 drainage code went into effect, which was January 1st, 1966. If the district plan had been approved by the court prior to that date for any conservancy district, then they are, not under, if the plan included maintenance of all or a portion of the JW heirs, then the board would no longer have jurisdiction of that anyway.
Well, and that was the question I had for you, is whether the 1966 date was for the plan of work or for the conservancy district as a
Yeah,
government.
the code states the district, says the plan of work.
Okay, so you are correct that I will still look up the plan of work, but I'm pretty confident that this particular plan of work was after 1966. The conservancy district was established in 1964, and that was for the primary ditch that runs up the Crooked Road and down through
So it
Flora.
did not include the JW heirs.
Not that I'm aware, but I still need to look up the
Okay.
original plan of work and find that information.
Yeah, the code says not when the district was formed, but where the plan, they call it a district plan.
Well, it says district plan, but the district plan, from my perspective, that's what's filed with the court to initiate the district, so that's why I wanted some
Yeah.
clarification from
They
my
don't define
perspective.
it in the drainage code,
Well, in the drainage code.
and it's not in the conservancy statute either.
You're right, and they're notoriously bereft of any sort of interpretation.
What could solve this without looking all that up, in my opinion, is an agreement between the drainage board and the district on that. The whole purpose is that, county regulated drains have 75-foot right of way from the top of the ditch bank. And if you vacate the drain, those go away, and, if they aren't part of the district plan to do them, it doesn't sound like they were, then they don't wanna lose those rights away just by the board taking action to vacate. So I wouldn't advise the board vacate it until either you find out that.
Well, and I'm a little confused as to our jurisdiction, so we go down to the structure, there's a structure south of, was that 150?
Yes.
There's a structure south of that, that's where our jurisdiction ends. I mean, we have, the conservancy district encompasses more of that, but our jurisdiction on that part of the ditch ends at that structure, so I wasn't sure whether the JW heirs extended further south than
No,
that or not.
that's where it stops. It's the David Farlow, the rest of the way, it's all tile. Well,
Okay.
tile is, that's all David Farlow, we got that on maintenance right now,
Okay,
so,
so you're only looking to vacate north of the structure,
yeah, for that open ditch part.
okay? And we do have easements north of the structure, so if you vacated north of the structure, our easements would still control.
So they could vacate it then.
Yeah, it's all,
But-
yeah, 'cause it's a different name up to that point, so.
Okay, but I wanted to take I'd like for you
we'll look
to
at
allow me to take this back to my
Sure.
directors and advise them, because they were really concerned that they were going to be then responsible for maintaining south of the structure, which they have no jurisdiction, they have no easements, and
Yeah.
we just couldn't be able to capture easements for
Yeah,
that.
we got that all on maintenance right now, so.
Okay. Okay, so you're looking to vacate north of the structure, and, okay, and you will still have south of the structure. Who, are you responsible for the structure, or are we responsible for the structure?
I don't know, that's what I need to do some looking into. I know the structure was,
And then if you're responsible for south of it anyway, that does also bring up the question of who's responsible for the structure.
yeah, so we can look into that, and I'll give you,
Okay, did you repair it recently, or recently meaning within the past 2 or 3 years?
the structure?
Yeah,
No.
okay.
I mean, I know
What
we,
structure we dealing with?
It's just like, what is it, just a culvert, or?
it's like a retaining wall
Yeah.
type thing, it's a steel structure that the pipe comes through and then goes into the open ditch, helps keep the dirt from flowing into it. But we've done some repair work just south of that on the back side of it, tile wise.
Up to it, but not including it?
Yeah, I don't think we went through the wall or went through the pipe, but it just on the backside, and that's when we noticed that the ditch was full and, Mark had them clean it.
Okay, so I do need to find a plan of work to see who made the structure, who's responsible for keeping it.
So I think they do have some plans of that structure in the file, Dick Barlow, so I can look and see.
Okay, so based on what you're telling me, I can recommend to the district that they go ahead and accept your vacation of jurisdiction north of the
Right.
structure. I just need to look up our plan of work and then who has responsibility for that
Yeah,
structure.
you just don't wanna lose the easement.
Yeah, we have our easements, so our easements would be preserved.
Okay.
Now, we don't always have the 75 foot either side, so that might be something to look into. But this is at least a much better conversation than we were speculating about prior to this meeting, so this helps.
Okay. So we'll update on that next one. Then with that, we move on to, new business, we finally broke ground and got an actual work order in place here, to 2020, so it should be, the work order thing. It's number 45 Miser Million, there was a sinkhole reported up on, in Jefferson Township, it was, north of 1100 north and east of 1000 west on the Pearson farm, and it's already been taken care of, it's not like they're trying to build in Friday for that, so. With that, then we go on to Kingsland Hollow, it's our drain, or that subdivision down by Piermont. I met with the landowners, last week, or some people are looking to purchase the land, basically it's a family that's buying the rest of it. And they're wanting to condense, 12 lots down to 7, and they're all gonna be building on the lots there as a family. They're in the process of replating the subdivision, trying to get plans from, Rusty Logan, and then he's gonna have a new drainage plan, and, they're real gung ho about, we talked to him about the performance bond and stuff like that, but, talking with Ted a little bit, if we can get it to solve the same family, if we can make sure that the work's done, the drainage is done before we do issue any permits, we wouldn't have to have that bond maybe. I mean, since it looks like the way they're gonna have it developed is a lot of just gonna be, a lot of swales, grass swales. The other ones, we're gonna have more pipes, I think, originally, but, so we're kinda, wait and see when we get that stuff, that's when can I give you an update that's coming this way. We'll be bringing up the area plan too, to get all that approved too, so.
They're going to have 7 members of their family build 7 houses there?
There's 4 brothers and sisters and mom and dad, they're gonna build on 5 other lots. And then one of the lots are gonna make a, family, pole barn for storage stuff, and put a pool on it, just to have as a, so not all 4 of them have a pool they have to put in their yard. And then, the 7th lot, they're not sure what they're gonna do yet. He's got a brother possibly that may end up doing that, so, but they're working on kind of trying to get all the drainage and, their banker told them that performance bond, they was gonna have to actually have 50,000 up front. And I, got with Ted and we talked it over, and, I told him more or less, it's like, if he can't get a performance bond, then he'd have to have something up. The bank would have to freeze 50,000 that was in their account to make sure we got stuff done before they take that off too. So, I mean, they're,
The whole thing is such a mess.
yeah, but they're a lot more, want to make things sure things are done right. They've seen, we've been talking with them for a couple months now, they've seen how the other stuff ended up, and, they're not wanting to be like that, and they're actually looking at trying to get them to let them put some ditches on their side of the road, just to try to help get the water from the road across it.
Ditches on their side of the road?
Yeah, 'cause there's a lane that goes back, and, they didn't put any ditches on the, kind of northwest side, and they don't want all that water running across the road into their lots, so they're willing to put the ditches in for them, just to help drainage
They
there.
can direct it where they want.
They can direct it on down further southwest, and then let it just sheet drain down that way, 'cause it's just all gonna be, they're buying all that land down there, so, there must be their hunting area, and,
So it'd be west of where the houses are now to the creek, is that right?
well, kind of south and west, and the water will shed that way, yeah, and it all kind of, the land kind of goes that way anyway, so. They won't have a whole lot, I mean, they're probably looking at a couple culverts and, to get the water across roadways, but then the rest of it's all gonna be just, they can build it up with their, when, the swales in on the property lines and stuff.
Does the county road go clear back to that other house there, the chip seal road that goes off of the Dayton Road? Does it go all the way back, or does it just go back to where the old abutment was for the, covered bridge?
I'm not real sure, I mean, when I worked the highway, I plowed back to the abutment and just went straight back, or straight to the south, and then I just backed up and turned around, I didn't plow any of the farm lot or nothing like that, right back towards the barn. They said it used to kinda wind around there, I think, but we never plowed it, so I'm assuming not, but.
I was just looking where the culverts and stuff would have to go.
These are all gonna be off on the private stuff, so they're actually gonna use the same entrance as the other people. And, the other entrance they had further south originally, and the plans they're gonna do away with and put a cul-de-sac further in and where they're gonna build their houses, so. Like I said, I think it's gonna make it a lot, there's one swell they're gonna put in along the property line between them and the other landowner to kinda keep the work from going that way from their houses, so. But they, like I said, they're still getting the plans from Rusty and all that, so.
How many acres are there?
Hmm.
How many acres are there?
I don't know, it's quite a big, they're getting.
They didn't have, last time I did, they didn't have the paper and the, it was for sale, I didn't have the paper and the folder did.
Yeah.
So,
I got a couple down in the office, if you wanna stop down and see them, they're trying to tell us how many acres there. I mean, it's pretty good now, whether it's 20 or 30, something like that, it's 30 maybe. But,
big more the whole thing, huh?
yeah, I'm looking at all the family trying to get them buying, I guess, so. We're putting under an LLC, but, that's just basically gonna do the family, so.
Was that Timberland ground before?
Yeah. Okay, with that, on to the George Hunt drain, that's our, the one in Camden, that runs from the parks down by the school, across the highway, down to the pond below the hill, and then runs across onto the Dean Cripes and to the Deer Creek, here by the cemetery. You guys remember, the town of Camden the board signed a petition to vacate that drain, saying that they're gonna do some stormwater up north there, but as of right now, the county drain that's there is, they said roughly 4 foot deeper than the tile that they got in for their stormwater drains. So, their water's coming down that way, that pond is spring fed, it's running water, there's a tile running down 75 from the hill in Camden down when they cut across, and it's running water, so, I have a feeling if we vacate this, it's gonna be a mess. I mean, I think the water, I think, so the way they're originally talking, vacating it at the state highway, and then the Dean Cripe would do his own pattern system in his field if he wants to, which would be a lot smaller than 24 inch. But, we had the one landowner, wanted us to look at possibly running a tile from the pond south to the Deer Creek, and, I got hold of the landowner and met with the contractor, we started shooting some grade, and started walking in the woods, and there's no deep ditch or ravine back towards there, so we'd have to run it clear to the creek, and we're looking at probably a 6 or 8 foot deep ditch to dig, put the tile in, and a lot of trees are removed, and that would kinda destroy that kinda, their privacy right back in there, I think. I mean, they use it for hunting and stuff like that, so, I mean, I don't see where we could, I would not be in favor of vacating it. I would rather make it, put them on maintenance if anything, and then they can, if later on they do something, we can vacate part of that drain, but the one down below, I just don't see where we can do that. I mean, there's some tile holes there and stuff like that need to be fixed. I would say it would be better to fix them and keep the water going, because that's just a lot of spring fed water. I mean, they raised, I don't remember how many inches it raised the pond over a day just by having it shut off when they were doing some repairs to a tile, so.
There's a lash drain right there too, real close.
And we already vacated that one, that's the one they replaced with that tile. But
Okay.
they didn't go deep enough on that tile to get it, catch the other drain. It sort of runs down by the cemetery and it dumps out in the ravine, which they could have put it a lot deeper, but I think the grant they had wouldn't cover the cost of that. So.
Looks like the hunt drain goes through the northern limits of Camden.
It does, it actually drains the fields north of the ball field there. I mean, our county, it stops right at the property line where the ball fields, and then they have actual farmers up there have actually tiled that, and have tiles draining into it, so we'd be having a lot of water that would have to go somewhere. I mean, it'd come over the hill down to the bottom, and then that pond's gonna be overflowing, and they have some issues that it's a lot of gravel base, so it's leaching through underneath the highway and kind of saturate the fields to the other side, so we keep that pond down to a reasonable level, it kind of helps out. And that tile is deep underneath the highway. It's, I think it was almost 9 foot from the top of the road down to the bottom of that tile. So it'll be a big one to try to put a new tile underneath the road too. I'm hoping it's gonna be good enough shape to keep working for a while. But, no, we want me to kind of get a report together and present something like that too. I just met with them, or we just done this last Thursday, so I had time to get a report together, but, I can get something formal, present to you guys next month, if that's fine with you. I can talk to the landowners a little bit more between now and then, so. Number 10, Pearl vacation, or the vacation of drain. I do have, Ted drew something up here. We did have, there's 3 landowners, I think 2 of them are here. They all signed a petition to vote, or to vacate it, and then, but Ted said with doing that, we could actually do a findings in order of vacating the drain, where they wouldn't have to advertise it and all that, since all of them was on board with it. And we sent a letter out to them on that, and they all sent it back, and it's been signed, so Ted said that we have basically an order here now that we can vacate the drain, and, basically it's the landowner's responsibility to take over from there on. And there was, basically there was $64.14 in the drain left, and this drain dumps into the Smiley Billings, which we've been doing a lot of work on, and, we're just looking at transferring that money over to that fund, basically. I mean, not much to hardly do anything with, so, that way, that would be all cleared out. I don't know if you guys want to look at that, read it, or. I don't know if any of them's got anything they want to add to it, or, I mean, I know a lot of us want.
So, east of First House, where they have First House,
Okay.
my house, Smiley Drain.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah, it's
was.
only 12-inch tile, it's not
Yeah,
that big.
10 and 12. That's the one Ben and I talked about, put the new one in all the way through there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Do you need a motion on this?
Yeah, motion.
So, Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that I guess the motion is to vacate it? that we vacate, Little Rabbit Drain, number 10.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Sign that one. On there, Steve was absent. With that, then, the next one I need to have Ted in here for the Tim Condon, or Condon drain. But, I do want to report that, drain improvement fund book that we've had down in the office trying to balance, we got it balanced too today. All the corrections done and everything, and it's turned back over to bad, so.
Congratulations.
Yep. Yep, But there's put in a lot of work on that drain, and getting a lot of writing getting brought up in there, and did a lot of number searching and claims and stuff like that, looking at stuff, trying to figure some things out, so. So we got it all done. This month, drove for the month of February, drove 135 miles, did, get 3 work orders completed, most of them in the last, week or so. It's finally got a little dried up where they can get out there and work. Monies collected for the month of February was $300 from permits, gives us a year-to-date, $750. And, our next drainage board meeting will be Monday the 20th at 11. I can go ahead and start, I guess, on the number 110, or 103 Tim Condon drain. It's up in, Adams Township. It's right at the bottom of Peterson Hill. It kinda runs into the Paint Creek. Yeah, it's just down right at the light pink. Right there at the bottom. I have a question for you, too.
Hill is on the map, I can drive right to it. Right here?
It basically, this right here drains into the rattlesnake, runs all the way up, and comes across the next road here. But, we had, some issues trying to find the drain on the east end. I had a contractor out there, and we dug for 8 hours trying to find where this tile looks like it should be, and we couldn't find it, so I ended up getting the regular ditch record information out. They gave actual bearings, and we had Lauren draw it on a map on our thing there. The one in the red is where the actual drain is, it's supposed to have been. And this is where Deacon has it, and actually, after looking, the water still comes here, but it stays on this side, like, it's been, done some, basically reconstruction, they moved it over quite a ways. And,
That's where it was,
no, that's the thing, that's where I saw a map, that's where it showed where it's at. But basically, right in through here is all the willows and stuff, and it's actually busted out, and they actually have this here, they've actually run a tile further south, and got an airwell right here, and they've got the water ditch all the way around and coming into that pipe there. Instead, so we need to redo over through here. I mean, it's brand new plastic up to this point, but, I'm not sure within the 75-foot easement, so they put it in.
How many orders do we have?
One.
We should
And
get
he's-
another easement.
And he's 100% on board with doing an easement.
Okay.
I just didn't know what we needed to do.
Okay.
Um,
Need a description of it, and a width and a line,
Okay.
or it could be a general easement or just an area, so you wouldn't have to get a survey of the line, if the owner is willing to do one, where you, say, 500 feet this way north and 500 feet,
We're basically gonna run straight here, kind of more or less, kind of wind it down and cover this, because this is all standard, the tile is all right in there. It's all in the woods, all plugged up, and they've actually got ditches.
as long as the owner is willing to, whatever the owner is willing to course of the construction to revert to him and leave only a whatever, it could be 75 or it could be 50 or whatever, from whatever was actually built, then we could make that the permanent easement. It could be what
We can have a survey or whatever.
wouldn't have to have a survey if, as long as you can,
Okay.
you know, once it's in the ground, you can just say that, give the termini for beginning and ending of it, and then,
Size of pipe and everything.
and say it's
Okay.
50 feet,
Okay.
either side of it, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll keep 75, it's all farm ground, so it's not nothing that's, burden, so,
You probably won't want a permanent easement over the whole thing, but,
yeah, so I mean, I think most of that other, in the woods, it's not gonna be used for much, so.
sorry,
But
okay.
he's
Okay.
wanting something in there to work, start draining the water, so he can put tile in to actually help drain the rest of the field.
Very well. Sure.
Okay. Well, I will get with him on that and see.
What's the name of that drain?
Tim Condon,
Okay.
number 1 of 3. I'll get with you and everything, got something drawn up for that, so I can have him sign or.
That's all I have. That's it? Anything else? Bring for the board this time? If not,
I guess
go ahead.
the last meeting you guys had, they commented about, farmers putting in tile and then dumping manure in those tiles.
Say that again, please, Larry.
No tile.
Dumping manure in the
The last meeting you guys had, the comment made in there, you guys was talking about farmers that are putting in tile in their fields. And then, maybe the farmer was also dumping hog manure into those tiles. And if you guys was gonna do something about it. My question was, I came here just to find out what you guys was talking about on that for sure. The second question is, the thing I had to say is, no farmer's doing that. If they're putting in tile, they're not gonna dump hog manure in a tile field. They're gonna put it on the ground. And yeah, it's gonna filter down, but by the time it gets to the tile, you're not gonna have that problem. I just wanna clarify, I just wanted to make sure it's clarified, because farmers are putting in tile right now. And it's helping the drainage situation out for that farm. But if you guys, if the comment, or you guys are discussing about hog manure going in those tiles, it's not happening. If it is, it was a mistake, or something happened to make that way. But we're not intentionally doing that.
And that's why I told him that it was more of the, there were sinkholes in the field, that the water, stuff got down into that way.
Right.
But, I mean, I said most of the tile, and, I mean, they were wanting to know if there was a way to regulate, make sure there wasn't a way to the manure could get into them or something like that.
Okay. I just wanted to double check, cause there's no farmer I know that intentionally goes out and does it, and if there's a sinkhole in that field, he's gonna fix that sinkhole before he puts manure on anyway.
Well, we had one that didn't, and there was 3 of them.
Yeah,
but
you can't make rules for one, because,
Yeah.
you know,
We know, nobody did it intentionally.
yeah,
We would know about it.
okay, alright, that's all I had.
I think that all came about because of the Hurricane Creek out there, when they had a alleged fish kill in it. It was kind of a mess. I mean, that runs, if you take the road between Cutler and Burlington, there's a section of it where it's real curvy. Right down at the bottom of that is where, I didn't know before that even was a named creek, but I guess it's Hurricane Creek. And somebody that lived back in, I call it the Reinhardt subdivision back in there, was saying that they had manure coming right down the creek there. Well, when you look at where it goes, it just circles around and it actually goes up right near the truck wash up there on 29. And so they had the Department of DNR out there and IDEM out there, and they were looking at where this was coming from and everything. I haven't heard any more about it, if there's any more going down through there or anything about it. It started with somebody, a landlord down there called into the health department and said, we've got coons and things we got dying along the creek from drinking out of the creek. Well, I don't think that was true, I don't think so. I'm not even, I don't know how to say this, I'm not even sure but what that somebody that was a non-farmer down there might have dumped something in that creek to make a big deal out of it. And that's maybe what caused the fish kill. I suspect that. And then say, look what's happening. But it didn't happen in the first place.
Well, might as well only my question, cause I just felt like, as a farmer, we get blamed for a lot of things we don't do. And I guess I know there's three of us right in here, we all have logs, we all spread manure. Well, that's one thing we don't do, is we don't go out and just dump manure in a tile. And so I guess that's what I want, this county is based off of farmers and hog production and stuff. So let's be positive about it and not negative about what's happening. And yeah, I know there's somebody makes a mistake, but if it's intentional, it's different, but if it's a mistake, we all make them, and we'll get through this situation and find out what the problem was. But don't, I guess, maybe I'm just talking to the wrong people, maybe I should be talking to the comment, but don't accuse us of doing something we're not doing. I guess that's what I'm looking at.
Well, from my understanding, it wasn't anything from a hog wash. There wasn't any hog wash there.
They didn't
As of
find
yet,
anything coming down through there
No, they
from,
did not.
Right.
They did find some, I think, they possibly some septic, but yet again, from, talking to Mike Fincher, it's high in E. coli, but he says E. coli doesn't kill fish, and that's what kills fish. So, and he said it didn't check for nitrates, he said put it that way, so they really don't know what it was, from my understanding. They sent water down somewhere else, and they're waiting for the results, that's what I heard, so. No, we didn't suspect that at all, I didn't know. Well, that, anything else? Something for the board? Motion to adjourn. I will second the motion, meeting adjourned. Thank you. Stay healthy.
Yeah.
You guys hear anything about that?
Huh?
You guys hear anything about that?
No,
Mike said take a walk. Here's this.